Yeah, good morning, Sheila.
Good morning.
This is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I might get used to this, doing a twosome in the daytime. I quite like it. How are you? It's Friday. Woo, woo, woo. You get to go home today.
I'm going home this evening. Yes.
Very nice. What you got planned? Anything nice over the weekend?
Probably learning how to use all the new companion products and stuff. Yeah, getting my head around the inks and things and all the differences. So yeah,
absolutely.
Probably do some of that.
There's an awful lot, isn't there, to get your head around.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking yesterday because actually you know exactly what you're doing. You know your ink pads, you know all your pens, you know all the dyes and embossing. But when you've got a different brand that you're using, it's just adapting to that, isn't it? So have you used alcohol pens before?
No.
No,
I haven't. I've got like about 3, maybe 6. I've got some of the sparkle pens, and I've got a couple of the tricolour. I think I've got a box of 3.
So watercolour's your thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I do like watercolour. So, but I'll do whatever. You know, I'll
absolutely.
colour. I've spent like many years colouring. Used to love colouring when we were little. You know, I mean, my sister, if we were poorly, like my mum would go, I'll nip to the town and I'll get you some new felt tips.
Yes.
You know, and that used to make you feel better.
The same.
Yeah, lovely
exactly
big pack of felt tip pens. So yeah, we spent many hours colouring.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So be kind with Sheila because she's going to be learning with all our products as well. But she is pretty much an expert at everything and very good at what she does. So it's been a lovely couple of days really that we've had, hasn't it? So,
yeah, we've
nice.
really enjoyed it. Yeah, I've had a lovely time. Yeah, it's been great. It's not feeling like a job at the minute. It's feeling like I'm just having a holiday.
It does feel like that. We say it all the time. I think we're such a lovely team here that you do feel like it is more fun than work.
Yes, yeah, and obviously you've got long days, and when we have travel as well, and so there's a lot of time taken up by it. But it's
absolutely,
I think we're really still always privileged the fact that we can do our passion. And share our passion with people and do it as a job as well. We're very lucky.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah. We have Rach on socials this morning, and so Rach is saying she's pretty sure you're all being nosy to see who Sheila is, and they're asking where's home. So you're off home tonight. Where's home?
I'm down in Lancashire in Wigan.
Yes.
So
how long does that take you?
Usually about 2 2.25, 2.5. Depends on roadworks, accidents,
road closures,
night
time.
Yeah, going just into Cumbria where the fog sometimes lingers over the hills and stuff.
Oh, of course, yes, you do get a lot of fog around there.
It's a really nice drive, and there's a couple of other routes I can take as well, which I believe are beautiful as well. So,
oh, lovely. Yeah. We're down in East Anglia, and we're sort of in a dip, so we tend to avoid the bad weather for some reason. I don't know why, but we don't really get a lot of fog or really bad weather,
so
and we never get any warnings down there, weather warnings.
Really? So you're probably in a nice little part of England.
In a little bit of a dip. We've got Louise in with us this morning saying hello to Debbie and Sheila. Trudy is saying good morning from Central Florida. Good morning, Trudy. How's the weather there? I bet it's very hot. And Alison's in this morning saying morning, Debbie and Sheila and the crafty crew. Yes, we've got Sam back in my ear this morning, so he's saying hello. He's still not very well, but he's managed to get in, so he's a real trooper this morning. So we'll be gentle with him today. So I won't get you doing too much, Sam. Right now, as you know, this is Craft Your Stash. So it's about all things that you've got in your stash that we can start to have a play with. And I thought I was looking, actually, Sam, you might have to do a bit of work, sorry. Have a look for Touch of Sparkle. I thought we'd do this show on the Touch of Sparkle. So do you remember the ones where you put your stencils over the stamps and then you could put your gems through them? I thought it'd be a really nice one to do, and I'm pretty sure we still have some on the website, but Sam's going to check for us. I thought, Sheila, you could craft along as well.
Yes, so, I'm excited to do this.
You loved them, didn't you?
Yeah, as soon as you took the lid off the box, and I was like, oh my goodness, look at all that sparkle. So yeah, I'm excited to do it.
I'm going to show you the boards. Sam's going to check and see if we've got any online. I'm pretty sure we still have some in stock. Yes, we do. Amazing. Do we have them all in stock? I think there's about 8 in total, Sam, of the Christmas ones. It's Christmas Craft Your Stash, not Christmas Craft Your Stash. We're Christmas Craft Your Stash. It's Christmas Touch of Sparkle. Oh, there's about 4 of them. I'm going to show you all of them just so you can see them and what you'll have in your stash. So we do this one, which is your, I've got that upside down. That one is your mistletoe. Then we have your bauble. And each one of these comes with that beautiful, I have got all these upside down. These will come with your word as well. So you'll have that beautiful word with that. That one's that wonder. So you've got your Star of Wonder. You've got the wish with the angel one. You've got your Noel, which are the ones that we've got online, Sam. Then you've got your joy. Christmas tree. Oh, I'm going to do the Christmas tree and we haven't got that in stock, but Sheila is going to do the bauble, which we have got in stock. So they're all the designs that you will have in your stash if you've gone for all of them. And then I will. So let's just show you some of the samples. So we've got the angel, did you say? The star. Bauble. Which was the other one? Present, snowflake and present. There we go. They're the ones that we've got. There we go. So if I show you the sample of each one of the ones, so not that it matters because it is craft your stash, so it's about what you've got in your stash already. But I do sometimes like to bring in ones that you can actually buy if you haven't got them. So this is one of them, which is the snowflake. The present one is a brilliant one to go for because if you go for the present, that can be used all year round. So even though these come in for Christmas and you've got the Noel die, the present doesn't show anything Christmassy. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is. You could use it just for basically everything, couldn't you?
Totally.
Where you
Weddings,
need to give a gift.
birthdays,
yeah, baby,
yes, love that.
christening,
Yeah, in all those colours. So beautiful one to go for there. That bauble, which Sheila's going to do, I love that. I think that is absolutely stunning. And then you've got your angel as well. So absolutely gorgeous design. I love that one because not only are the wings with the gems, you've got the gems on the bottom of her dress and on her halo as well that make the halo. So absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So let's have a look and look at the actual die set themselves. So you've got, did I give you the bauble?
Yes, I've got the bauble.
So you've got the bauble.
Yes.
I've got the Christmas tree, which is good actually because it's one that we've got in stock and one we haven't and one that you should have in your stash. And what you're getting in here, you're getting your dies. So you've got with this one, you've got a Christmas die and the Christmas tree shape. Then you're getting your actual stamp design. You can see this one's been well used, got a nice green one there. You will have a clean one, I'm sure, unless you've well used yours as well. And then you get the stencil on top of that. I love this stencil because it's just perfectly placed to put your gems through. But we're using gems. Have we got gems in stock, Sam? Sorry. Told you I'm not working you this morning and I'm making you work. We have got the gems as well, so you'll find them on the website. And you can also use your glitter paste through these. Yeah. You can use your what's it called, glitter glues.
Yes.
Your gilding wax you could rub through this as well, but you then need to wash this thoroughly afterwards because your gilding wax would stick to this actual design. So lots of different things you can put through there. Puffy snow I'm thinking as well, because it doesn't puff until you heat it, so you could put a little tiny dot of your puffy snow and then heat it afterwards. It's going to be amazing.
It's really nice. I'm looking at that now and I'm thinking, oh, could you, if you've got this one already, could you miss out the stamp and do this through here and then hang it as like bunting?
Oh, I like that. Yes, you absolutely could do that.
So again, it's something you could use all year round then, isn't it?
So that
for
way
like
round,
birthdays and parties and stuff. Oh. Might work. It might
You're
do.
a clever lady. Yeah.
Well,
it's just work exactly. In fact,
it would be all right.
How have we not ever had bunting that has deckled edge like that?
I know, and I quite like that because it's not like symmetrical, is it? It's done differently because it's a tree, but I think it's quite quirky.
Symmetrical was the word I was trying to think of yesterday, and do you know what? Me and Ben could not think of that word when we were talking about the cake toppers that are the same each side, so when you turn them round, they match, and it's symmetrical. Such an easy word, and neither of us could think of it.
It's funny how
I always say I have menopause. I say he has menopause.
I was just going to say menopause. That does crazy things to your brain as well as other things. But.
I love that idea. That's absolutely right. Alphabet on there, you could definitely use that one as that. Yes, absolutely. Right, now we're going to get started. We're going to stamp to start with, and I'm going to do, well, I think we're both going to do, I am just going to see if we've got a little, what's the word, a anti-static bag. There's one, you can see it right there. So we're going to do some heat embossing. So we're both going to do that. I'm just going to use my bag over my first bit of card.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to bring in my stamping platform. So let's bring that one up and place that anywhere there. It doesn't need to be in any specific place. I've got the biggest bit of card ever. And then pop our Christmas tree on there. It doesn't have to be straight, you don't have to do anything to it because actually it's your die that's going to cut it out afterwards. So I am just going to place that on there, pick that one up, and then we're just going to do some stamping. So I'm using pigment ink pad. I'm going to use our grasshopper. Love this colour, but it's a great one for doing your tree with to create that edge. Oh, that doesn't look like grasshopper. It's not. That one's got the wrong lid on it. Let me just go and see if Spring Meadow has the other one, because there's a Spring Meadow. Yeah, grasshopper's on there.
Looks a little bit more tropical, that one, doesn't it? Like
yeah. See?
Yeah.
So you can always see sort of with the colours.
Oh, of course.
So I knew as soon as I opened that one, it wasn't the right one. We wanted a darker green, and then we do another darker green. So I don't know if you know about our ink pads. We do, and it's good actually for our viewers as well, because you might not know our system, but our ink pads come in colour families. So we do pinks, oranges, greens, yellows, blues, turquoise, browns, all those colours.
Yes.
And they come in 3 colours in those families.
Okay.
So we do a light, a medium and a dark.
Yes.
So we do it a bit like our tri-blend pens, which
Yeah.
is really good. So we do the Spring Meadow, we do the grasshopper, and then we do a pine tree.
Okay.
So you've got those 3 colours.
Okay.
And we do that in our water reactive ink pads, our quick drying and our pigment ink pads.
Okay.
And they're all the same colour. So
Oh,
it's really
fabulous.
good when you're doing like a water reactive background and then you want to stamp a quick drying ink pad on the top in the
Yes.
same colour, but it looks slightly different.
Yes.
So it's really good to get sort of techniques with all
that's
those
great,
colours.
yeah.
Our design team are so clever.
It makes life much more simpler, doesn't it?
It simplifies everything.
Yeah.
I think that's why people love our tri-blend pens, because it's those pens that that just simplify having a 3-pen blend.
Yeah.
Which I absolutely love. So I'm going to do a couple of laydowns of ink, just so I'm really thoroughly sort of wetting that ink pad onto my cardstock, because then that will heat emboss beautifully. And this we haven't got none of these in stock. It's something that we're hoping will come in very soon, because they are just amazing. It's an amazing stamping platform. It's one that just you can't go wrong on. So I am just going to clean my stamp and then pass it over to Sheila. So let's get that done.
And can you use the stamping platform without the sticky mat as well, or not? Does it?
No, you need
the mat on there. Yeah, I know some different. There's lots.
We
lots
do
of
another one, which is the magnetic.
Yes.
So you've got your magnets on there.
Yes,
so
of
if you
course.
wanted not to have that platform, you can absolutely use that one as well.
Okay.
Which is just as good. I love this one though. I think this one works really, really well. So I'm going to pass that one across to you, my lovely.
Thank you very much.
And then I'm going to use my, we can see it's quite nice using a mat together like this, because we can get it all in. So I'm going to then place my embossing powder over the top. And I love the fact that with our inks, because they stay wetter for longer, and the colours of them, it means that we can just use clear embossing powder.
Yes.
So I'm going to, actually I was going to pop that onto another piece, but I'm just going to place that onto here.
So you've given me the gold, haven't you? The Midas.
The Midas one,
Metallic pigment.
Metallic pigment. I absolutely
This is
love
exciting.
them. Yeah, I think you've got a good one there using that one.
That's lovely, isn't it? That looks really nice.
And then I'm going to grab the heat tool's here.
Yeah.
You've got it all ready.
We're all organised. It's like a little production line,
I know,
isn't
look
it?
at this. You can stamp and I can,
Yeah.
I can heat. I love that bauble.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's so beautiful, honestly. And if you love crafting with the kids, they will love doing this one.
Oh gosh, yeah. Definitely.
So I'm just heating my one up.
I don't think we do as much heat embossing these days, do we? As you know what I mean? We've got so many stamps now, so many dies, but we tend to do a lot of colouring nowadays. And I think this is kind of an old
That's how I
technique,
started.
isn't it?
It's
Me
what got
too.
me into
Yeah.
crafting. I'm still wowed by it,
It's
even
amazing.
now.
It is amazing. You know, when I used to go like round stores demonstrating.
You might have a bit of a dry pad there. I do that a few times.
Yeah, it looks a little bit dryer.
We've had them in a long time, those ones. In fact, we're really lucky. I often think in the studio, because of the lights and because they're so bright, our pens and ink pads seem to last a long, long time. It's very rare that you'll find us running out on air because they just they seem to last forever. You know, eventually they're going to go. So, but yeah, I think considering the lights in the studio, they last really well.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? Because if you're in your craft room and you don't use your inks for a long time, you know, we go through phases, don't we?
Yes.
And then you'll get your ink pad out and you go, oh my goodness, this is really dry, and it's probably because it's just been sat on the shelf in your little craft room where the sun comes up.
I'm going to go and just see if we've got another one. Let's have a look and see.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit. It's looking a little bit wetter on there. I mean, it might still adhere to it, but.
Got another gold one. We have got a bronze one. You could put over the top.
Oh, well, we could do a little mix. Yeah.
Yeah, put a bronze one over the top.
Okay, let's try that. Probably lift it up now, and it'll all be wet. Now you've been and got a bronze one. No, it's better, but it does.
A little bit, yeah. It's still just a little bit dry.
Let's do a little bit. So it's going to be this side here, isn't it? Because we could kind of mix it up a bit, couldn't we?
This side, which is, I don't know which one. Which way are you? Oh yeah, you're right. It is that side.
I'll just dab a bit all over.
Is that one dry as
I'm
well?
not sure if this is looking. We might have a bit of a challenge on our hands here. Okay, let's try that.
We're definitely giving it a good go with our Midas ink pads.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that's actually put any copper on, does it?
Wow.
Let's go again with a bit more gold.
Give it a good squeeze down. Rinse it of all that gold ink.
Did you ever used to do like triple embossing, Debbie?
It's my favourite thing.
You know, you used to just dip your stamp in it after you do. I remember doing it on a demo once when I was first demonstrating. I did it in a store, and I actually said, you know, at the company, don't forget to try the triple embossing on your demo. So I got a piece of card and I inked it, and I put my powder on top, you know, melted it, and then I did the same again, and on the last layer, it just started to bubble, and it was only a small piece of paper, and it was running off the edge.
Did you do more than triple?
No, I did triple and then stuck my stamp in it quick. If you do more than
triple, that's where then it tends to go bubbly.
What do you think? One more? Or do you think that'd be all right?
Get away with it.
Do you think we'll be all right with that one?
Yeah, I think that's still, if you've got ink down, it'll still be sticky, won't it?
Yeah, definitely. So pop that just over there.
There we go.
Perfect. So let's try this.
It's nice little conveyor belt. Let's see who else is with us. We've got Alison saying good morning, Sheila, and the Craft Crew. Oh, I think I've done that one. Christine is saying, hi Debbie and Sheila. Big welcome to Sheila. Looking forward to seeing you demonstrate. Victoria is saying, good morning, gorgeous ladies. Greetings from fellow Lancashirean from Preston. Is that what you're called? Lancashirean? I like that.
We are now, yeah.
You just made that up, Victoria. I love that word, a Lancashirean.
Lancashirean.
Alexandra is in saying, I love how Sheila is giving a whole new look at the products. Do you know what? You're absolutely right, because yesterday Sheila, I mean, you can go back and watch it, did a demo with our coastal collection. Might be all sold out now, probably because of Sheila's demos. And she actually stamped, there's 4 left. How are we holding on? There's 4 coastal collections left. So if you did want to go for those 4 left, which is amazing. We started off with 40, it went down to sort of 27, then we went down to 11 last night. There is 4 left of the coastal collection if you want to go for that. Has it worked?
It's worked beautifully.
Look at that.
It was worth doing it's almost, I think if we'd done an extra couple of layers on it, and I think this is the great thing about the stamp presses these days, because if I'd have gone over that again now, I could probably make it even more smooth, because the more powder you put on, the smoother it gets, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and with the stamp press, you could do that, really.
Isn't it amazing? You stamped about 4 or 5 times and precision crafting every single time.
Yeah, it's remarkable, and that wasn't something that was around when I started crafting.
Oh, me neither.
And the amount of times you've either missed a bit or you've smudged it and you've had to, you know, throw it away and do it again. You'd be like, I will get it right in a minute. You know,
and it also shows that ink pad is quite dry. It's took a few attempts, but you're still going to get a lot out of your ink pad.
It still works beautifully.
So keep going until you can't go no more.
It has worked beautifully, yes.
Yes, so Sheila last night stamped onto our paper pads stamped a seashell over the top of the shells on there. And starfish. Was it a starfish?
Yes.
And it was amazing. It was so clever. I thought, why have I not thought to stamp on top of our papers? I thought that was really good. And the word is out. So talking about stamping, we have the letterpress back in stock. So do tune in later on because we're going to be just showing you everything. I can't believe we've managed to get it back. So tune in on Wake Up Call and I can't say the launch because we've already launched it, but I'll show at 2 o'clock today because masterclass, really. You're going to absolutely love it, and I'm so glad that we've got it back in. And if you don't know what the letterpress is, it's basically a stamping platform which gives you real precision stamping every single time. And if you use the cotton paper that we've got back in stock as well, you will be able to stamp onto that, and it gives you like a deboss. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Linda's in saying, I used that Christmas tree stencil to decorate white small bags to hold gifts last year. Love that idea.
Oh, nice.
Really nice. Louise is saying, I'm just gathering a Christmas stash. This set is lovely. Rebecca is saying, love the bunting die. Loads of you in this morning. Trudy is saying, what is puffy snow? I can't find it on the site. I'm sorry to tease you, Trudy. I cannot believe we've not got back in stock. We had it in twice and it sold out twice within like minutes. People love puffy snow. I'm going to speak to Leanne and just see if we can get any more in because we haven't had it in for a while. So basically, you might be able to get it somewhere else. It might be on the website somewhere because we are a trade company, so we sell to other places. So type in puffy snow in your search engine and see if you can find it elsewhere. But basically, it's a white substance that you can put like on Santa's rim of his hat. You can do it as his beard. You can put it as snow. Once you've put it on, you heat it with a heat tool, and then it puffs up. It's incredible.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Debbie Robinson's in this morning. She's saying, morning, my beautiful teamies. Lovely to see you both crafting together. Hope you are settling in well, Sheila.
Oh, thank you, Debbie.
Do you know what, Debbie? And Debbie will know this as well because I have spoken to Debbie. But Sheila, you've become, not even becoming, you have become one of the family here. I think, I think you've felt that as well, haven't you?
Yeah,
I think you felt like you've just settled in.
Yeah, I have. I mean, the two Debbies are quite amazing. So much so I was thinking I might change my name to Debbie, but I won't because you can't actually replace these two Debbies. And they're very amazing and lovely ladies through and through. But I mean, I've known you for a long time. You know, we used to see each other in many green rooms, and that's how you build up your friendships and you get to know each other. As long as we're all crafting, it doesn't matter who you're crafting for or what you're crafting, does it?
Not at all. I think that's the really nice thing about communities is crafting communities. Yeah, it doesn't matter what brand
definitely. As long as we can keep it going, you know, it's something that, and it's kind of grown so much. And if you can, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're naturally creative, I don't think, or whether you're, you know, at the extreme end and can't stop creating. I think it's a beautiful hobby to be part of, you know, and you can make little things, you can make big things, you can do it simple, you can do it, you know, as extravagant as you like. And I couldn't imagine my life without it. I mean, I just think that's just my purpose in life, really, just to make things, even if I'm sat on my own.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
agree. Yeah,
that's what I've always done, and I will continue to do so. So it's great that we can share it with people.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny to say that because I was actually thinking, I was talking to someone the other day, and I said to them, it's when I started out, my makes were very lick and stick.
Yes.
Because, and even the die cutting, you had to cut out yourself.
You did, yeah.
Like, even your decoupage, you would have to fussy cut that yourself.
Yeah.
Now we have so many wonderful items that it makes even beginner crafters looks like they've been crafting for years.
Oh gosh, yeah.
To cut out one, it's very simple to get a stamping platform, to get a stamp set like this, and some glue, and make something that you're going to see soon, which is so beautiful that no one would believe that you'd only just picked that up and started to do that.
Exactly, yeah.
I only wish we had the things that we had out now when I started crafting.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, can you imagine where we would be now?
It would have been so much easier, you know. But again, things change, don't they? Things progress, and then things come round again.
Yes,
so, you do certain things, and everything has phases. Like quilling goes, you know, and then it comes back, and then it goes again, and it's great that we can keep like revolving and evolving as well, so that it means nobody gets left behind.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So if we keep like bringing things back, people go, oh, well, I never tried that. Like we were just saying about heat embossing.
Yeah.
This is where we started off. We didn't have a stamp press. We used to put it on, and you know, if you were at a demonstration, I used to find this. You know, we've all done it where we've got to a demo, set up, and been excited, and it's been really quiet for whatever reason. There might be something going on in the town, so people are not coming in. As soon as you get that heat gun and switch it on,
oh yeah, people
would flock because they'd hear it. What are you doing? And then as soon as you show them that and how it melts and turns gold or silver, they're like,
magic.
What is this? So you know, it's that used to draw people in, and then before you look up and you've got 12 or 13 people at your table.
And do you know where I got my first set of heat embossing from?
I'm guessing it was probably Crafter's Companion, was it? No?
Argos.
Argos, yes. Yes, Argos used to do a kit, didn't they?
They did, yeah. They used to do a few different scrapbook kits, and they did a kit which was just your gold, your bronze, your silver little
and with
pots.
your powders in, I do remember that
it come
kit.
with very generic sort of stamps. I think there was just like a circle, a star, a square.
I'd forgotten about that.
And I got it from there, and that was like the first, because I'd seen Dawn Bibby on QVC then.
Yes.
Because my mum used to watch QVC with Leonie and Dawn Bibby, and they started heat embossing. I thought, I've got to try that. And she said, oh, there's a kit in Argos. So I went down and got it that day, and I never looked back. I love heat embossing. Everyone knows pigment ink pads are my favourite ink pads. I absolutely love them. Let's just have a look and see, because we've been chatting, see if we've got any more comments. And then, so Debbie was the last one. Nicola is in saying, just ordered some of the Touch of Sparkle dyes and gems. They're so good. I'm so pleased, Nicola. If anyone wants any extras, do go and get them, especially the gems. I mean, they're going to last you a long time, but they're brilliant, especially if you're crafting with the kids as well. They'll absolutely love them. Alexandra is saying, Sheila, you'd have to be Debbie with an eye.
One eye. yeah.
But stay Sheila. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because I always remember being down at one of the TV channels, and they said, oh my goodness, it's like a Debbie day, because Debbie Robinson was there, I was there, and no, it wasn't Debbie Robinson, it was me, it was Debbie Moore.
Debbie Moore, yeah.
And Hel Sheridan was there.
All right, okay.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but Debbie then, Hel's then piped up and said, I'm a Debbie too. And her real name is Debbie.
Is it?
Yes. And Annette is like the best kept secret in the craft. So Hel Sheridan.
So is that her first name?
Yes.
And then, she goes by a second name.
And she said that, it's just my stage name. She calls it Hel Sheridan.
I never knew
that. And she was a Debbie. So they had all these Debbies in there at the same time.
There's quite a few.
Quite a few. So lots of Debbies. But yet no one names their kids Debbies anymore, do they? You never hear a Debbie. I don't see her. There's no young children, no young adults. None of my kids have gone to school with Debbies. So probably Sheila as well.
Yeah, it's the same. You have a lot of
breed.
Yeah, you've got a lot of older names, haven't you? And then they come back again, and then they fizzle out. And then, but I mean, lots of people. I think you can call your children anything these days, can't you? You know what I mean?
I'm sure we get called a few names.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm just looking at here, it says Sparkle, and I bet somewhere there'll be a little child called Sparkle, you know, and you can just you can call people what you like these days with, when you have a baby, you go, what should we call them? I saw something last week, what was it called? It was a celebrity baby, I think it was called Ocean.
Oh, yeah, that's so Ocean and Story.
Yes,
and
Jessie's.
Yeah, Jessie. I follow Jessie Nelson as well.
Yes.
Ocean and Story are twins, which are beautiful names, aren't they?
They are very unusual, and it's nice when there's a meaning behind them, because you go, okay, well, isn't that the same with Jodie? Didn't she call her son Devon? Because she said every time when she was pregnant.
I knew a Devon. My daughter went to school with a Devon.
Right, well, she said when they used to go to Devon, every time they got to the sign, when she was pregnant, every time they got to the sign, the baby would kick. I'm sure that was a story, and that's when they got to the sign.
Called.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I've seen lots of beautiful names. I knew someone whose name was Blossom.
That's nice.
I've known a Bailey. And she called him Bailey because she drank lots of Baileys. That would be me. I should have called my son Bailey, shouldn't I?
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Yeah.
Funny what people call, don't they?
I'm going to call him whiskey and soda.
I'm sure somewhere out there someone
you just never know, do you? You never know, yeah.
Right, so next step is we better get some crafting in, better we? So we've got our beautiful heat embossing. So we're just going to lay this over the top. Now, what you'll notice, Sheila, is there's certain curves that go into the curves. Don't worry about the blanks, because the blanks will be where the baubles will go, or the gems will go.
Yeah, I get you.
So I'm just going to place a little bit of tape onto there. and onto the opposite side. Would you like some tape?
I would love some tape, thank you very much.
Pop that on there.
I think without it on this, it would be a disaster, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and actually, I think I'm going to just, I think they will go, oh, yours might not, so let's do the Gemini for you.
Okay.
So turn one on, and I've got plates, and I think mine might just fit through. Will it fit through? We'll soon see. Oh, yes, look, I think we'll just fit that one through on there.
Perfect.
And then yours will just go onto there with your top plates on the top.
Lovely.
So I'm just going to cut this one down.
So it's that, and which way does it go? Like that one?
Yeah, that goes on top.
On top of there, on top of here?
No, on top of there.
On top
that's
of there.
it, and then them on top. That's it.
Yeah, see, that's a different combination, isn't it, to what I'm used to? And that can go in that way, can it?
So, yes, it can go in both ways.
Okay, so which way would you normally do it?
Just the long way, this way through first.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, the reason being, because I think you have an older Gemini, don't you?
I do, yes.
So, and we don't have any Gemini 2s in at the moment. But the reason being, with the older one, you couldn't do that because the optical sensors were on the edge.
Oh, they were, yes.
Yes, so now our optical sensors are all the way along.
Okay.
So, which is really good, so you can put any platforms through. Right, so I'm just going to...
This is exciting, look at
that.
that.
As a left-hander, and I'm not left-handed. Now, my biggest tip with these is to make sure that you always die cut first, because if you put your gems on, it's then not going to be able to die cut. Yeah. So once you've die cut, that's then when you would use your stencil. So you could bring your stencil in. Now, what I always do, because then your die is smaller here,
yes,
I would line that up and have a bit of tape ready.
Okay, I've still got a couple of pieces here, so...
So just going to have the tape. Once you've lined it up, so I'm going to make sure I've lined up all my, so I can see there, all of that is, I'll bring it over a little bit, so you can see all my baubles are lined up. I turn that over and then tape that to the stencil. Okay. Because it's smaller. That way I know it's not going to go anywhere, it's not going to slip underneath, it's going to stay in place. The other thing you could do is tape down your stencil, but it could still move. Now, the other thing we want to use is our gem adhesive. Sam, could you check and see if we've got any gem adhesive on the website? If we haven't, our gilding flake glue is pretty similar to this glue. It's like got an iridescent sort of, well, not iridescent, like a bluey tinge to it, like a neon tinge. So give it a good shake. It's got a brilliant nib at the top. So I'm just making sure, just giving that a rub, making sure there's only no excess of glue sort of sticking around. Oh, amazing. So we have got some of this glue in as well. So if you wanted to go for the glue adhesive, it's absolutely brilliant. Now it comes out really well. So you only need a tiny little dot. So it's just, I'm just going to squeeze it till I know it's coming out. I haven't used mine for a while. So what I am going to do is just grab the pin out of my glue bottle. And I'm just going to use the pin to go inside there just to make sure we're taking any tacky little bit. So I think mine's done.
Yeah, I think we need to do that one as well.
Oh, that one as well?
Yeah.
Pop that inside. Oh, yeah. Oh, that one is sticky. Obviously haven't used that one for a while. Bring that pin in.
So can this glue be used for anything else, or is it just...
No, you can use it for anything, but it's a very, very sticky glue.
And I guess it's very strong as well then if it's
really strong.
Sticky, yeah.
So all these samples, these come out last year.
Right.
And not one gem has come off. And when you think like they're in a box full of other samples, yeah, that's
pretty amazing then, isn't it? Because you know what it's like when you, like if you're making something and you're sending it off to be photographed and it gets there and the photograph gets taken and you go, oh, I think the gems have moved a little bit skew, you know, and it's, so yeah.
Having a glue that really does work, I think, is the key to this.
Okay.
So I normally, because we've got this bit here, I normally just tuck that in to hold it out the way. And then it's just a case of just putting a little globule of glue into those. It doesn't matter if it goes on the edge because that'll just get pushed down inside.
And you do the whole of it?
I do the whole of it.
Yeah,
some people just do a few, but I think it stays tacky for long enough for you to do it all.
Okay.
So it's a really, just a lovely hobby to do.
It's very therapeutic doing this, isn't it?
Very much so. And you can use all the same colour gem, you can pick up different. And if you do find that it takes you a bit longer to put the gems on, you can always go back in and put another little bit of glue.
Yeah.
So once you've done that, just put the top on your glue bottle. You you've got a bit more than me, I think, on yours.
Yes.
And then you just bring in your gems and see which gems you want to use. So I've done green, and I've also got a green and red cardstock on mine. So I'm going to bring in some of the red, but I think I'm going to bring in the green as well.
And you leave the stencil on, do you? Yeah.
Yes, leave the stencil on, yes. And what you'll find is that you've got different size gems and different size holes as well. So you've got some smaller ones and you've got some bigger ones. So you can use bigger ones and you can use smaller ones. So I'm going to use one colour for my green and for the bigger ones, and then another colour for the small ones. Now I've got me a Picky Up Pokey Down tool. Have we got the wax tool on the website at all? And then all I do is use that end bit to flip over.
Okay.
Craig actually, when he was here, he'd put them on to here. Or we have the Picky Up Pokey Down tool as well. It's the wax tool you'll find on there. He'll use that to the lid to shake them, so to pick them sort of up. So once we've got a few there, we're just going to start by placing them inside. So you literally pick them up like that, so literally on the end, and then you're just going to place them straight down.
Oh my goodness.
That's how easy it is.
I can't choose a colour. I'm just thinking, I've got gold, haven't I? So I'm trying to think of something that I would like to put, I think, some of these lovely turquoise ones on.
Oh, and you're lucky there because you've got a gold outline. You can use any colour. It's going to look beautiful.
I might do a bit of gold on there as well.
So we're just placing them in. Now, if you find that your tool is not picking up, this is just wax. If you literally just shave a bit off with your nails, literally, you could just make it tacky again. And it will just pick them up. Fabulous. Now, be gentle with that because obviously, now if I just undo this tool, my lid's fallen. Oh, that's all right.
I nearly caught it.
Just the lid. Let's pop that on a bit better. So this will actually unscrew. And we do replacement ones.
Yes.
So if you need to, but what I would say is if it breaks, just mould it to a little point again.
Okay.
Because that is all wax, so it's going to last you a long time. With the tool itself, you will get a spare one, but we do refills as well.
Okay.
So yeah, you can also get your refills. So I'm just going to turn some of those over again. And add some more on.
I'm chasing this around the mat. I'm just going to do it like that.
If you put a lot down in one go, then you'll find a lot of them are already turned.
Yes.
So if you only have a few, then you find that there's ones that aren't turned over.
Okay.
This is a lovely craft, though. I absolutely love it. It's just super easy to do, looks incredible. And you get good results every single time. And these are also the sort of things that you could be doing all year round. So when you're ready to make your Christmas cards, literally just put them on.
Yeah,
They're
definitely.
ready to make your cards and put them on.
Definitely.
Oh, the wax replacements. So if anyone wants wax replacements, they are actually on sale. I love that.
Oh, let's put some gold on there, I think.
How much are they, Sam? Is that the sale price? Amazing. So normally £5.99 and they're £5.09. So yeah, got a little discount on them for you today. Yeah, and I think they're always just handy to have an extra set of wax tools to put onto your pen. The other thing is, I don't know if you use, Sheila, any of wax tools, but I've always found they start to drop off quite quickly.
Yes.
And this one I find is really good. They just seem to last a long time.
Yeah.
The one I've got is my one, which I use all the time wherever I go for all gems. I don't just use them for these. Like whenever I'm putting gems on, this is what I use. I love this tool. It's absolutely brilliant.
Right.
And it's the first one and the only one I've used so far.
Really?
So they do last a long, long time.
Put that blue one back in there. Grab a few more of these in the hope that they'll be turned over. Oh. They're all facing down. I've not got the knack. Even if I try it with the poker tool, they just kind of. Maybe what I'll do is I'll pick it up and then do that. There we go. Now it's turned over.
We don't do one, which is a shame. But they do the little. I know Craft Buddy did the little shaker trays.
Oh,
so
yes.
you could shake them and then loads of them would flip over.
Yeah, there might be.
So I think you can get sort of shaker turn
turn it over on my hand.
Oh, okay,
and then grab it
that's
from my
good.
finger.
However you do them. Oh, I just flicked one over to you. Did you want that colour?
It'd be like a random pink one. I'll be like, no.
I know, and I thought these were red, and I'm putting them on thinking these are pink, they're not red, but actually they're going to look reddish. Reddish. Oh, that one's gone a bit ski-whiff on the end, but that's
Oh, do you know,
fine.
you could sit and like stamp in your craft room, couldn't you, and get all these stamped out and die cut, and then just take them on a tray and do this.
Absolutely.
You know, in the garden.
Oh, I love that idea.
You know,
take them with you to do wherever you are.
Yeah, you could take them on a
a
trip with you, couldn't you? And just get them all done.
Yeah, absolutely. And then when you are finished with your gems, all I do is literally, you don't have to wet your finger or anything, just press your finger down into them and they will stick to your finger.
Oh, really?
So then you can just scrape them back in. So you're not going to
Fabulous.
lose any of them. The other thing I would have done, which I haven't done, is shut the lid, because if you knock this and they go everywhere, that's a lot of gem sorting.
That would just be the end of...
I mean, that would absolutely be something that I would do. And dare I say it, I will say it when I've shut the lid, I haven't done that yet with these.
Really?
But I wasn't going to say that until I'd shut my lid on there.
Well, I think I'm nearly done now. I think I've got one more to do.
That looks beautiful.
I'm excited to see what it's like underneath.
Know. And then what I would do is use the back of your tool. So when the lid's on, I don't know why my lid doesn't want, I know why it doesn't. I wonder if it's the wrong way round. I put them on the wrong way. Yeah, that's better. Use the back, so you can use your tool to push them down, because your tool actually has a flat end, but I think that just takes a bit longer. Okay. So I would use the lid, so put the lid back on and then just push them down into, to make sure they're really stuck down, because obviously we've not pushed them down, we've just let the glue take the gem.
Grab them.
Yeah, and grab that from the actual wax tool. So I would just push them down so you know that they're all in place. Like so, and then we're going to do the reveal. So what I'm going to do, turn that over to start with. I'm going to take my tape away. So just pick the end if I can get it. There we go. So just taking that one, got a tiny little bit there. That should just come off. And then when you've got to that end, just be really gentle lifting it. So you're just going to pull it towards you.
I think mine's actually just come off on its own anyway.
If it does, you can, your back one, yes. Yeah. So, and if you've got any gems, so just really just lift, look, like this. I've got one there that I can see has picked up on some glue. So all I'm going to do is push that one through. And then we're just going to very gently lift those up. Got another one there that hasn't, so we'll just push that one through. And that's just because I've probably put a little bit too much glue on the design, and it's just sort of squelched through. There we go. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
It's so lovely, isn't it? If I turn it round so you can see that. I mean, that is so stunning. All those gems on there to be really creative with, and it just looks amazing. I absolutely love these. I could genuinely do these all day. When I started doing them, yeah, even my owl loved them and wanted to do them. So yeah, they're beautiful. Look at that. That's stunning, isn't it? Give it a wiggle and you'll see the gold. Look at that. That is stunning.
That's so lovely.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, really, really beautiful.
Yeah,
so
it's really
lovely
nice.
Designs to do. So, and the good thing is that we still have a few in stock if you want to do those. I've just realised I've got one little gem that's hanging on in there. Look, so I'm just going to pop that through, which was there. And that's only because a little bit of glue got round the edges, so just be a bit more careful when you're doing the glue. I can still stick that back on because the glue has gone quite tacky. It's a very sticky glue, so if you haven't got this glue, it's a really good glue to have and great for all your gems and your gilding flakes as well. So if you want to use gilding flakes or anything like that, it's going to stick beautifully. Right, now I'm going to just cut a few more bits because we have that outline die, which I've put down somewhere safe. There it is. What I am going to do is cut it out of some mirror card. Ooh. So because we can now do a shadow with it, which will just enhance it a little bit more. So I'm just going to cut that round like so, and then I can run that back through our Gemini. So let's pop that in there. find my plate. I've got a feeling this is the very last plate we've got in stock at the
Oh,
moment.
really?
Yeah. I found it yesterday when you said, oh, I've got a new plate. And I was like, yep, don't lose that one because it's the only one we have. Just going to trim this a little bit more to fit it through. It will only just fit in my folder. There we go. And then just run that one through. I love the Gemini Mini. It's my favourite machine. I love it. It's so handy.
I think part of it is the fact that you've just got this wallet, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you're doing loads of plates, it's like, oh, which one now?
And it can be quite confusing, can't it, with different plates? Yeah, and that's, you've got 4 sides on that one.
Yeah.
I promise you, I've been told that we've ordered these and they are coming. So if you haven't got any plates, I know we haven't had them in for a long while, we have got the Gemini Mini and the Gemini Midi plates coming. So watch this space, they are on their way. So by creating another one, got a little bit of tape on there, let's just take that one off. We can now create this beautiful shadow behind that just gives us a completely different look to our tree, or whichever way. If we put it a little bit higher, we've got that then underneath. So we're going to use that, and then I've also just got a little card together here, and I've used my dies from our template library. So I've used these ones to create a frame. So let me just bring in my frame. So I've got this frame here that I've created with that because I wanted to make a background onto our cardstock. So what I have done is I've just got a white card blank, then I've just got our gold, so we're going to mat and layer that up. So let's just use our tape pen, and we're just going to do that around all the sides.
Is this cut from the linen cardstock?
Yes.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Do you like linen cardstock?
I love linen and textured cardstock, yeah, I do.
Yeah, I like textured cardstock. One of my favourite cards, we do a pack, so make sure you get some ordered, is a pack of white linen. And it's really white. Do you know when you get a real crisp white? It's absolutely stunning. I put this on a different colour red, so I've just trimmed this down, so that's why there isn't a red rim around this. So I wanted to do a different red just to highlight it a bit more. So I thought, well, actually, let's just use the gold to do a rim round, and then we'll use the red that I wanted on the inside. So just popping that down there. Yeah, so these papers were from our Jingle All the Way, which we had on last year. And then, so just to add that Christmas tree in, I thought we'd just have a little bit of a difference. So just by adding one nesting die inside and then using our die to go on top of that, it just frames the whole thing. So I've also got just a sentiment that says "'Tis the season," which we're going to use as well. So I think I'm going to pop that at the bottom. We'll put that a little bit higher. So let's just stick this one together. So I'm just going to use a card to use our dots. We're just going to go around all of this. A little tip as well here is when you're using linen cardstock, sometimes it's not very good taking the adhesive. So because it's a fibrous cardstock, so if you do it slowly, it just grabs and you're able to do it. Because sometimes you'll find that it'll take the coating off and then it's white underneath.
Yes.
Just because it's quite fibrous. So just pop in that. And the central, oh, it's sticking to my fingers, as central as possible, that will do. And it doesn't really matter because the actual design is going to take away from any wonky edges. I thought I had some foam pads, let me just grab some here, So we're going to pop that. Were they too big? Or I might just...
Oh, it's spot on, isn't it?
I think that might just be a little bit too big at the end, but we will just trim that one down. Like so. I'm actually going to put that on the tree. So where is the tree? Put that on the back of that one first. So that is our sentiment. You'll have lots of different sentiments, and we've got lots of different sentiments coming with all of our beautiful new ranges.
Yeah.
And then we're going to stick this one behind. So again, just stick that one with a little bit of glue. You can use a wet glue as well if you wanted to. I like our tape pens.
They're very handy, aren't they?
So handy. Yeah. And I never trusted tape pens before, but they are super sticky, so you know that they are going to last. Now, because that's got gems on there, I did it all the wrong way, but I am just going to use my scoring tool just to burnish that down at the back to make sure that doesn't come away. And then we'll use our foam pads on the Christmas tree. I just realised we've talked so much we didn't even have a break, did we?
No, we didn't. No, we're just carrying on like
I know.
It's like we're at home, isn't it?
It is like we're at home. I think that's what I've
crafting
loved
together.
about you being here. It's just been nice having a crafty chat, like feeling like you're at home in the craft room. And I do miss it. I used to craft with my mum,
Yes.
so I do miss crafting with
doing
someone.
that, yeah.
And I don't have any friends that craft. So,
No.
not friends that live near me, should I say.
No,
I've got lots of friends
no.
that craft. But there we go. There's my Christmas tree one.
Beautiful.
Like so. And let me just show you Sheila's as well, because you could do the same one, but we've put in the bauble on top of that as well. So absolutely stunning. How beautiful
They're
are they?
lovely. I
And
love
then
that.
Yeah, they're just absolutely stunning. So beautiful designs and so much you can do with them. And also the outline die, when you've got an outline die like that, they're really good for creating like apertures and things.
Yes.
So you could create an aperture of the bauble and then put it inside the card. So you've got like a diorama card. So much you can do with them.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking you could probably make an actual card, easel card.
Yes, you
Like
could.
if you half cut it, you
Yeah.
could do the circle sort of at the base and at the top to do like an easel card with that one as well.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
you could do that with both, couldn't you?
Yeah, and the other good thing I like about it as well is because you naturally think that because we do this when we craft, if we've got swirls and little leaves and things like that, we tend to put our gems on the end, don't we, just as a kind of decorative element. But I think this is quite nice because they go in the space, so it means if you don't want to put the gems on, you can just stamp it and, emboss it. You don't even have to put the gems on.
Yep.
So it's really clever for that as well. I
it's
really
amazing.
like it.
And yeah, you're right about that. I never thought you don't have to do the gems. I'm also thinking if you just want gems and not the stamp, you could probably just have a gem tree anyway.
Yeah.
You could even draw your own lines if you wanted to. So much you can do with those.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, we're fast approaching the end of the show. Where has that hour gone? Alexandra is saying, my crafty journey also started with Dawn Bibby on QVC. I think many people's did. Where did yours start, Sheila?
To be honest,
What got you into crafting?
I mean, I would always craft. I always crafted all the time. You know, when we were little, and I told this story many times. We used to like my sister. We were like 2.5 years apart, so we would get on. This is back in the 70s. So we'd get our Cindy dolls and our Barbies, and she would get them all out and get all the furniture and bits, and I would be sat knitting new tops for Barbie.
Oh,
so I
my
said,
goodness.
if you get the the little room set up with the little couch and stuff, and bear in mind we didn't have like furniture as such like Barbie furniture.
Yeah.
We would make it from like boxes and things, and then we'd put little
Yep.
cushions on, and so I would be sat like knitting little tops like this, and then I'd say, I've done it, a little vest or
I love
something like
that.
that, and then we'd play for a bit and we'd get them changed. Say, hey, I've got a new top. You know,
I used to do exactly the same thing.
so we used to do that, and then obviously after that, I just went on to paper crafting and stuff like that. So it was really, really nice. But so I've always done it, and then obviously paper craft started to like boom, didn't it? So
Yeah, it did.
I actually carried on from there, and
Yeah, I started with scrapbooking.
Yes.
Didn't make cards, and then thought, I think I can make cards. And then,
Yes.
And then I sort of scrapbooking went to the side then. So,
Yes.
But I used to love scrapbooking.
Yeah.
Alison said, my first crafting sets were from Lakeland Kitchenware Shop in Windermere.
yes,
Yeah,
of
Lakeland
course.
used to do loads, didn't they?
Yes.
I used to go in there a lot for my embellishments. They used to do all like the little wooden
Yes.
alphabets, and
Yes.
before you could sort of get them widely and
Yeah.
things like that. I used to love
Yeah.
that, and stickers.
Yeah.
My grandma was called Sheila, says
Oh,
Rach.
really?
Victoria said, my daughter is called Violet Catherine Elizabeth. What a beautiful, I love the name Violet. I love the names like Ivy, Violet. I think they're really pretty
Violet's very
names.
unusual. I think my mum used to have an auntie called Violet, and then she was always known as Auntie Vi over in
that's
Yorkshire,
nice.
so yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
I love that. She said it just come to her as soon as she was pregnant. Oh, see, now I was different. I could not think of a name. In fact, when my first daughter, so I had Jordan, so Jordan's name come from the film Cocktail.
Oh, right,
And there was
yes,
a girl
yeah.
in there, Tom Cruise, and I can't remember what the actress's name was, but her name was Jordan.
Yeah.
And I loved it for a girl's name.
Yeah.
And I was convinced my first would be a girl. I never found out with any of mine. And then when I had a boy, I was convinced that I was having a girl. That I was like, oh, it's a boy. What do I call a boy? And everyone kept saying to me, well, you do know Jordan's a boy's name.
Yes.
I think the Backstreet Boys, there was someone called, was it the Backstreet Boys or
Yes.
someone like that? There was a boy band and Jordan was in it. And I thought, oh, I'll call him Jordan. Jordan then. So that's how he got his name.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when I had my Poppy, right up until about a month before she was born, I just couldn't think of a nice girl's name that I liked. And then my friend at work, her sister named her daughter Poppy, and I was like, oh, I love the name Poppy, so we named her Poppy. So yeah, and then Kyra was going to be Lily. But then when I was in hospital with a girl in there, her oldest daughter was called Kyra, and I thought I really like Kyra.
That's very
so she got
unusual,
called Kyra.
isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, beautiful.
So Stephen's saying, that's good to hear. I'll have to get them in my stash. Oh, the wax ends, yes, absolutely. Yeah. Karen is saying these are beautiful. Vicky's saying, how do you know when the plates for the Gemini need to be replaced? Actually, you can use them as long as they work. So keep using them, even when they're buckled, when they've got, I mean, when our Lily was here, her plates were so bad, and I said to her, Lily, can't you get a new plate? She said, there isn't any. She said, but it's still working.
Yeah.
Hers had actually snapped in half.
Oh, really?
But she still used them as two plates together,
separates.
and they were so, you couldn't see through them at all. So keep using them until they don't work. So yeah. And I would say how often they need to be replaced is down to how many times you die cut. I would say they would probably last you a year if you're not die cutting every day, if not longer. But if you're crafting every single day, maybe 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, so it just depends what you're cutting. Pat is saying, I'm happy I got up early to watch this show. This just motivated me to get my sets out and start doing them. I really enjoyed the diamond art while I'm watching TV.
Yeah.
What a great way to start Christmas cards. Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more, Pat. And I'm so pleased that's what these shows are for. It's craft your stash, get your stash out and start crafting. Trudy is saying, beautiful card. Trudy is saying, I love these colours together, Sheila. Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they? The gold and the turquoise. And Adolce is saying, Oucha, I always say your name wrong, sorry, Oucha. Oh, Sheila, those are nice memories. I did that. My knitting is not my thing. My aunt used to make knitted clothes for my Barbie doll.
Yeah.
But what I've seen now that they do, you know what they do now? Do you know the wrappers round bottles?
Yes.
They've started putting them round the dolls and heating them with a heat gun.
Oh,
and then they
really?
shrink
And fit the doll.
and they make all these clothes. They're amazing.
Oh my goodness, I've not seen that one.
Yeah, and I'm like, that is genius. I mean, you have to.
Isn't it a great idea? Yeah.
It's a brilliant idea, and then just cut it off when you want to change the clothing.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Just melt. I mean, it's like melt to their bodies. So,
yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, you don't leave them for long because it melts straight away because it's those plastic coverings that go round all the bottles. So she could be in Mars Milk, she could be in a Pepsi.
Yeah, she could. Gosh, yeah. Never thought of that.
I know, it's so funny, isn't it? So many things that they used to do. And Cindy's were definitely my thing. I never had Barbies. We couldn't afford Barbies. My mum couldn't afford Barbies, so we had Cindy's.
Right, yeah, we had one Barbie each, and then we had Cindy's, and I've still got, even 2 years ago, I bought myself a Cindy calendar because I just love Cindy. Yeah. And then, of course, so I've still got all my Pippa dolls, all my Cindy's, and my Barbie. And then when I started, going out with Wayne, and he showed him all my dolls and stuff. So even now, he still buys me a Barbie.
Oh, I love that. Anyway, we've got to go. We've run out of time. We will be back though in an hour, so don't go away. We'll talk all things dolls. Bye.